Hey everyone, I would like to do a vocal review of my Vietnamese guava tree located in the city of Santa Ana in Southern California. This tree has been in the ground for nearly 2 years. This November, it will be 2 years. Today is September 10th, 2022. In Vietnamese, it's called Oi Sali, and I believe in English it's called Vietnamese guava. It's a very good eating guava. It's got the texture is crunchy, but however, if you let it ripen a lot more, it can get a little bit soft. It doesn't have a lot of seeds as some of the other guava varieties. And let me show you what the guavas look like. Actually, we've been eating quite a bit of these guavas already, and yeah, they can get pretty big. They're sweet. They got a very distinctive guava flavor and juicy as well. When eaten fresh off the tree, they're very delicious. When I first bought this tree, it was probably like around 5 feet tall, skinny. Really, it was tiny, and in about 2 years, it shot up to maybe it doubled its height, at least double, maybe got up to 12 feet. So it's a very vigorous tree here in Southern California. Grows very well and very fast. Of all the trees I have in my yard, and most of the trees are tropical, this tree is the fastest, most vigorous tree in my yard. Yes, it does very well here in this Southern California soil and climate. Look at the fruit there. That one's huge. But yeah, this year I have a lot. I had in its first year, it also fruited. Also, compared to my other tropical fruit trees, guavas are relatively easy to grow. Not much maintenance required. You just plant them in the ground and let it be, and it just takes off on its own. I don't fertilize at all. Actually, in the 10 years I've grown tropical fruit trees in Southern California, I have never used any fertilizers whatsoever. I tend to let nature take its course. We have critters that come here at night, cats and maybe opossums, and they do defecate in my yard, and that's natural fertilization right there. I don't think you can beat that. So yeah, I understand a lot of people fertilize, but for me, without any fertilization, I just let nature takes its course, and it's working out very well for me. As you can see, this tree is just humongous in a very short period of time. Look at this, all that bunch there, guavas. Some of them are smaller though. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut into the guava and show you what it looks like on the inside. Like I said, it doesn't have as much seeds as the other guava varieties out there, like the pink guavas. And in my opinion, it tastes better than the other guava varieties as well. It's crunchier too. Alright, so that's my guava tree, Vietnamese guava right there. And I'll cut one fruit and show you what it look at that one. That one's pretty big. what it looks inside, and I'll do a taste test as well. That'll be the next part of this vocal review. And look at the trunk there, it's getting pretty big, the trunk. There's another one right there. This thing's getting to be out of control. I may need to prune it next year just to try to control its growth, because it seems like it's on steroids. It's just in 2 years going from 5 feet to 12, 13 feet is just ridiculous. More than double its original height. Wow. Okay. Look at that. There are view of this guavas right there. Look at that guavas. By the way, these guavas, if you go to the Asian supermarket, they can get pretty pricey. They can go for maybe $5 to $10, maybe $5 a pound at the Asian supermarket. Alrighty, so I'll do cut into the fruit and do a taste test in the next portion. Hey everybody, so I picked some Vietnamese guavas today, and I'm gonna cut it out and let you see what it looks like on the inside, and then do a taste test. Alright, one of the guavas, a pretty big one right there. That one is pretty big. I got more big ones out there, but they're not really ripe. And the way you can tell these are ripe, when they turn a light green color, not a dark green, but a light green color is ripe. Alright, so I cut it into the big one here, cut in two, and as you can see, it doesn't have that much seeds in it. It's got a thicker flesh on the outside, as you can see there. Just the center, some seeds, but yeah, it's got a good flesh to seed ratio. And by the way, when I cut into it, boy, it's very aromatic as well. Alright everybody, cut into smaller pieces, and I got rid of the center area where the seeds are, so I'm gonna try it right now. Delicious. Crunchy. Texture is crunchy on the outside. Toward the center is softer, but juicy with guava flavor. Sweet, just delicious. Hey everybody, another way you can eat the Vietnamese guavas is to dip them into this mixture of dried prune, pepper, salt. It creates for an interesting flavor as well, and I believe that's how a lot of the Vietnamese eat these guavas, is they dip them into this mixture there to create an interesting flavor. All right. So good. Highly recommend planting a Vietnamese guava tree if you live in Southern California. All right, checking out.